Welcome to VLearn's online class. In today's session, we will discuss about graphs in a non-linear data structure. Now, in graph, we will discuss today about the traversing techniques and minimum spanning tree by using two algorithms, that is Kruskal algorithm and Prim's algorithm. जैसा कि हम पहले सेशन में ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, व्हाट इज ग्राफ, व्हाट इज द वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ ग्राफ लाइक डायरेक्टेड ग्राफ और अनडायरेक्टेड ग्राफ. Graph is a collection of vertices and edges, and you can see there here an example of the graph. Graph can be undirected graph or directed graph. Undirected graph in which no direction is given from one vertex to another vertex, and directed graph is in which vertices are given from one vertex of graph to other vertex. Like you can see here, undirected graph and directed graph. Now, in today's session, we will discuss about traversal of a graph. There are basically two traversing techniques in a graph, that is DFS, depth first search, and breadth first search. Now, first is graph. What is the meaning of traversal of graph or graph search? The traversal of graph means visiting each and every vertex of the graph at least once. And if you think how do we search a graph, then at a particular vertices, where shall we go to the next? All these solutions, all these questions can be solved by graph traversal. Now, as I already discussed with you, there are basically two techniques, that is DFS, depth first search, and BFS, breadth first search. In depth first search, go as far as possible along a single path until reach a dead end, then backtrack. Means in DFS, backtracking is used, and starting from the first node, go as far as possible along with a single path until reach a dead end. Then in BFS, we will traverse node by exploring the adjacent node, or you can say one explore a graph level by level. Then it can be a BFS method, or it is known as BFS method. Now you can see here DFS. The basic idea behind this algorithm, this traversing algorithm, is go as far as possible until you reach a dead end. Means आप किसी भी एक नोड से start करेंगे and go as far as until you reach a dead end and backtrack to the previous path. Backtracking is important here. Then the graph below started at a node A. अगर आप इस example में देखेंगे, we will start from node A. Then if we search it in BFS manner, then after A, B will be reached because B is at the depth of A. After B, C is reached. Now, after C, there is no depth of the C. Then we will backtrack to B, and then we will traverse, or we will go to the depth of the B, that is G, and then we will again backtrack to B, and then we will go to H. Similarly, after reaching H, the next depth of H is I. After I, you can traverse E or you can traverse J. If we traverse to E, then after E, D will be reached, after D, F will be reached, and after F, J will be reached. In this way, in DFS algorithm or in DFS traversal, we will start from a node and we will go till the end of that particular edge. Now, if we talk about the DFS color scheme, that is depth first search color scheme, then vertices initially colored with white, then colored gray when discovered. When you discover a vertex to be reached next, then it will be colored with gray, and then black when traversing is finished. If we talk about the timestamps in depth first search, then the discover time is denoted by du, when U is the first discovered, and finish time is denoted by FU when backtrack from U, when we perform backtracking, and DU, that is discover time, is always less than the finishing time. Again, I will give you an example. This is DFS example. If we take this node or this vertex as a starting node, then firstly we will color it by white. After it, when we discover this node, then it will be colored with gray. Now, this second node is in the depth of the first node. Now, we discover it and color it with gray. And then we reach third node, which is at the depth of second node, and we again color it by gray color. Now, you can see it is colored with black. Why? Because this node means after reaching this node, there is no depth of this node remaining left, which is to be searched next. Means हमने first node से start करा, first के बाद हमने second को discover करा, which is at the depth of the first node. Second के बाद हमने third node को visit करा, which is at the depth of second node. Now third node की depth अगर हम देखें तो third node की depth है हमारी first node, which is already discovered, and other कोई node नहीं है जिसको आप search करेंगे. Then it is colored with black color. Now again we will backtrack to second node. Second node की depth में again this node is present. Again we will go to this node, discover. Then now इस नोड के जो हमने फिफ्थ नोड सर्च करा है, इस नोड के डेप्थ में कोई नोड भी रिमेनिंग नहीं है. It means we will again backtrack to, firstly we will color it with black because इसका searching finish हुआ. Then we will backtrack to 2. Again we will cover it or we will color it with black because second वाले node की सारी depth cover हो गई. Now we will backtrack to 1. 1 को backtrack किया, 1 का depth है 8th node. 8th node को visit करा. After 8, this 9th node is visited because 9th is at the depth of the 8th node, and after 9 कोई नोड नहीं है, इसलिए हमने 9th की कवर हुआ 9th नोड पूरा completely. Then after reaching the 9th node, we will backtrack to 8th node, and again we can see here 8th node के depth में कोई भी node remaining नहीं है. It means we will color it with black. Now again we will backtrack to first node, we will again color it with black. Now next node कौन सा है हमारा, इन सब की हमारी searching complete हुई, but there are 2 more nodes which are remaining left. Now we will start from any of the node, then go to the depth of this node in DFS manner. This is the depth first search technique or depth first search traversal technique in the graphs, in which we explore each and every node one by one, and starting from the first node we will go till reach the dead end. Next is the DFS algorithm. अगर हम DFS algorithm की बात करें, the DFS of graph G for each vertex U in V. हमारे पास vertex available है each vertex V में. Firstly we will color it with white and time is 0. And for each vertex U in V, if color is white, then we will visit this node, and if we will visit this node, then we will color it with gray, and time will be incremented by 1, and du will be initialized by the time factor. मीन्स जो भी आपके टाइम की वैल्यू आएगी उससे आप du को इनिशियलाइज करेंगे. एंड फॉर ईच वर्टेक्स इन adjacent u, if color is white, then we will visit this again and we will color it by black. After reaching or after visiting each node, after finishing the visit of each node, we will color it with black, and again time will be incremented by 1, and finished time will be initialized by time. Now, what are the various applications, or we can say the various uses of DFS application? Firstly, DFS is used for topological sort, and we can use DFS for strongly connected component or to traverse or to search in a strongly connected component. This is all about the DFS, that is depth first search. Now we will move to BFS, that is breadth first search. In BFS method, the search for all vertices that are directly reachable from root. Means आपने first node से start करा और whenever you start by any node, then we will visit all the adjacent vertices of that particular node. Means search for all the vertices that are directly reachable from the node, and after mark all these vertices, visit the all vertices that are directly reachable from any level 1 vertex called level 2 vertices and so on. And in general level k vertices are directly reachable from level k minus 1. Simply अगर हम in simple terms में अगर हम देखें what is BFS, in BFS the traversing is performed by reaching the adjacent node in breadth first search. Now if we talk about the BFS color scheme, then firstly the vertices will be colored with white when it has not been discovered, means all vertices start out white, and grey vertices are discovered but not fully explored, means after discovering the vertices will color it by grey, means they may be adjacent to white vertices. Then black vertices are discovered and fully explored, similar as in DFS. And explore vertices by scanning adjacency list of grey vertices. Means जो भी आपकी grey vertices की adjacent vertices की list है, आप उससे vertices को explore करेंगे. But BFS में हम mainly adjacent vertices की तरफ move करते हैं. For example, you can see here, it is a graph. Firstly, A will be visited. Now, what are the adjacent node of A? That is B, F, E. These three are the adjacent node of the A. Then after the adjacent node will be colored with grey and the root node or starting node will be colored with black after reaching all its adjacent node. Now if we talk about the adjacent of B, the adjacent of B is C only. C will be colored with grey, and after exploring C, we will colored B with black color. Similarly, I is the adjacent node of F. Then I will be colored with grey and F will be colored with white. Similarly, I is also the adjacent of E and F is also the adjacent of E. Now, if F is already discovered, now after exploring I, E will be colored with black. Now, we have to find out the adjacent node of C and I. D and G are adjacent of C and J and M are adjacent of I. You can see here, the adjacent of I will be colored with grey, and adjacent of C is also colored with grey, and C and I is converted into black color. Now, next step is we have to find out the adjacent of D, that is H, G, that is L and K, N, that is K, and M, the adjacent of M, that is N, is already discovered. Now you can see all the adjacent nodes are colored with grey color. Now next step is to explore the other remaining node, that is the adjacent of L, that is P, adjacent of K, that is O, and adjacent of H, that is L. Now there is no any other node remaining. Now these are the finished node. In this way, in BFS traversal, we will mainly focus on the adjacent node, or we will traverse a node by exploring the adjacent node one by one. Again, we will see an example. Starting from this node, then the adjacent of this node is this R and W. After exploring R and W, S is colored with black color. Now the adjacent of one is T and X, and adjacent of L is B. These are colored with gray, and after it we will explore their adjacent. The adjacent of 2 is 3 and adjacent of X is 3. In this way, the BFS works, or the breadth first search traversal is performed in the graph traversing technique. Now, if we talk about the BFS application, the BFS is basically used to solve the shortest path problem, or you can say to find out the shortest path from one vertex to other vertex, we can use BFS application. Next is shortest path algorithm, that is Dijkstra algorithm. Now, there are several cases in graph where there is a need to know the shortest path from one node to other node. For example, we can take an example of railway track system. There, suppose one person wants to go from one station to another station, then he needs to know the shortest path from one particular station to another station, and here the station represent the node and the track represent the edges. But there can be several paths for going, but the shortest path is the path in which the sum of weight of all the edges which is included in that path is the minimum. This is the shortest path algorithm, like we can say Dijkstra algorithm. The main purpose of Dijkstra algorithm is to find out, or is to explore the shortest path, or we can say the edges from one node, the edges used to reach from one node to another node, but the weight of all the edges included in that path must be minimum of all the other edges. Now, if we talk about the spanning tree of a graph is an undirected tree, and it will consist only those edges that is necessary to connect all the nodes in the original graph. Means if we have graph and it has 4 nodes, then maybe there are multiple edges. For example, if we had 4 nodes, A, B, C, D, and if we have multiple paths from, for example, A to B and B to A, D to B, D to C, C to A to D and B to C. For example, we have multiple paths, but in spanning tree, we will include only those edges that are necessary to connect all the nodes in the original graph. Means we will eliminate all the other remaining or extra edges from the particular graph, and it will be converted to spanning tree. Now, if we talk about minimum spanning tree, then the tree obtained from a graph, firstly, which cover all its vertices. For example, if we have 4 vertices, then the tree obtained from this graph in which all the vertices are covered, and the tree spanning tree in which the sum of weight of edges is minimum. Means आप जितना भी आप एजेस सिलेक्ट करेंगे उन सबका टोटल वेट है वो मिनिमम होना चाहिए. देयर आर 2 मेथड्स टू फाइंड मिनिमम स्पैनिंग ट्री, दैट इज Prim's and Kruskal method. Firstly, I will tell you about an example of spanning tree. For example, if we take this graph, then there is a path from 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 3 to 4 and 2 to 4. Then 1 to 4 also and 2 to 3 also. But if we remove 1 to 4 edge, 2 to 3 edge and 3 to 4 edge, then there is, means अगर मैंने 1 to 4 वाली एज को रिमूव कर दिया, 2 to 3 वाली एज को रिमूव करा और 3 to 4 वाली एज को रिमूव करा, then तब भी आप 3 to 1 पे मूव कर सकते हैं, 1 to 2 पे मूव कर सकते हैं एंड 2 to 4 पे मूव कर सकते हैं. मीन्स हमने सिर्फ ये 3 एजेस रखी विच आर नेसेसरी टू ट्रेवर्स फ्रॉम वन नोड टू अनदर नोड, एंड this is the spanning tree. Now, if we talk about the algos to find out minimum spanning tree, then there are 2 algos to find out the minimum spanning tree, that are Prim's and Kruskal algorithm. Now, how these algorithms work, we will see with the help of an example. Firstly, minimum spanning tree, जैसा कि हम पहले डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, is a subtree of an undirected graph such that the subgraph spans and include all the nodes and is connected in is cyclic and in minimum total edge weight. Means आप वो सारी edges को include करेंगे जिनका total weight will be the minimum total edge weight. Next is algorithm characteristics. Both the Prim's and Kruskal algorithm works for undirected graph and both works for weighted and unweighted graph, but more interesting when edges are weighted. Because if edges are weighted, then it is easy to explore the weight of the each edge or weight of the total edges of the graph. Now both are the greedy algorithms, means both the algorithms produce optimal solutions to find out the best output. Now first is Prim's algorithm. Prim's algorithm is almost similar to Dijkstra algorithm. Like you can see, हमने ग्राफ लिया in which all the edges are weighted edges, means हर edge के साथ आपको weight define है. इसमें से आपने सिर्फ वो edges include करनी है which has minimum weight, means total आप मिलाएंगे traversing का तो it should have minimum weight. Now what is the procedure to find out the minimum spanning tree by using the Prim's algorithm? Firstly, we will start with a particular node. For example, we will start with D. Then the adjacent of D is C, F, E and G. We write down the adjacent node, that is C, F, E and G, and we will and write down the weight of all the nodes, means weight of all the edges from one node to another. For example, from D to C the weight is 3, from D to E the weight is 25. You can see here, from F to D the weight is 18 and from G to D the weight is 2. Next is we select one of the node from this list. अब जैसा कि D का adjacent है C, E, F and G, but the minimum weight is from D to G. Then we will select D to G edge. Next is we find out the adjacent of G, that is H and E. Now from H and E, which one has minimum weight? H has minimum weight. Similarly, if we talk about all these, then we can also traverse from D to C because it is also connected by these two nodes. Next, the adjacent of C is B and F. Now we will explore the B and F. We will write down the edges of B and F and we will select the minimum weight edge from these two. That is, from C to B the weight is 4 and from C to F the weight is 3. Next is F. The adjacent of F is A and B, but the weight from F to A is 10 and F to B is 7. Now we will explore E, that is from F to E because it has minimum weight, that is 2. Because these three are adjacent nodes from F to E, from B to F and from F to A. We select the minimum weight edge from these three. The next is we will visit H because it is the adjacent of next node and it has a minimum distance. Again, we will find out the adjacent of H, that is A and B, but A has minimum weight, then we will reach A. Then A's adjacent is F, B and H. The next step is to visit B from C, because if we talk about all the nodes, for example, अगर आप A से B पे जाएंगे, F से B पे जाएंगे, H से B पे जाएंगे, ऐसे means we have to find out the minimum weight edge, that is from C to B. In this way you can see this is the minimum spanning tree in which you visit each and every node at least once, and the total weight of edges minimum, that is 21. But you can find out the total edge weight, that is 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, means by adding all the weight of the edges. Next is Kruskal's algorithm. Now, what is the use of Kruskal's algorithm? It is also used to find out the minimum spanning tree, but the method here is little bit different. Means in Kruskal's algorithm, firstly we will arrange all the edges by increasing edge weight, and we will select the edges that do not generate a cycle and have minimum edge weight. And in Kruskal algorithm we will work with edges rather than nodes. For example, अगर हम इस ग्राफ को consider करें, then firstly we will take the list of edges in increasing order, that is DE has minimum weight, that is 1, DG has 2, EG has 3, CD has 3, GH has 3, CF has 3, BC has 4. Means in this way we arrange all the edges in a particular order, that is an increasing order, from the minimum weight to the maximum weight. आपने लिस्ट क्रिएट करी, अब इसमें से वन बाय वन आप एजेस को इंक्लूड करते जाएंगे, बट वी हैव टू नोटिस हियर दैट we have to select a edge which doesn't create a cycle in a graph. Means अगर कोई भी edge की वजह से ग्राफ में एक cycle create हो रहा है, then we doesn't add that particular edge in our minimum spanning tree. Firstly, हमने सबसे minimum weight edge को select करा, that is DE, then DG, then EG will not be included because it will create a cycle in the graph. Next is CD, then GH, CF, then BC, then BF will not be included because it will create a cycle, that is FCB. BF will not be included, and BH will not be included because these edges will result in a cycle. Then we will take AH. In this way all the vertices of the graph are connected with each other, and there is no cycle in this graph when we use these particular methods, that is Kruskal and Prim's algorithm. This is all about the graphs traversing techniques, that is graphs traversing technique, that is BFS and DFS, and the ways to find out the minimum spanning tree, that is Kruskal algorithm and Prim's algorithm. This is all for today's session. Thank you.